Oh, I think it's almost 2 years ago I applied for this date. And obviously you do a loose proposal of what I wanted to do here. And shortly after I received the offer to be in, I emailed Ingrid and said, I've got another artist friend that I'd love to join the residency and to put her ideas forward. And she said, great. So this is where we are.
Sarah, it's not the first time that you've been on residency together.
No.
Can you tell me about your history?
Yeah, sure. We went away with a big group of artists to the desert and just clicked and worked really well together. And we don't work on top of each other, but we love to come back and chat and collaborate and debrief. And so we knew that we'd have that same time here, and it hasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
All the work I'm doing here, I do hope to take back in the studio when I get back into bigger, larger paintings, because a lot of my work is literally the moment in time, the present and the emotional response to a place. And I don't know the area, so I feel like I really begin to understand it and know it through drawing, really.
Would you always do a sketch first?
I do, because a lot of my work at home is I do a lot of trail running. So a lot of the trails that I run on the peninsula, I will note where I am and do a quick visual sketch. And I can see a painting before I've drawn it. I know compositionally you think that would be really interesting. That would really work for me. So I'll go back to the place. And a bit like here, you had a little scan round and I don't want the picture perfect representation of such an idyllic spot. I'm trying to get something that I'm resonating with.
A lot of the works, the smaller works, are done out plein air, and they're all in my A3 pad, and they're easy to manage. And so they're quick paintings, acrylic and charcoal, and they dry in time for us to put back in our backpack and come home. But even the sort of quick, fast, free approach is different to how you'd work in your home studio. So that's also a benefit, just really capturing these different places. We've been travelling to the waterholes, the rainforests, the creeks. The other thing you do when you're on a residency, you're exploring new places, but you can also really experiment with new ways of working and technique, and it doesn't matter. So I'm an oil painter, and I paint with a lot of oil paint. My primary tool is a palette knife, and I lay it on really thick, really fast, really gutsy. And look, I've really loved, and it's really good for me to push myself out of that comfort zone. But I must say the acrylics aren't my best friend, but I've had to give in to that, and I'm now probably working with the acrylic more like it is oil paint, because and I thought, oh, stuff it. I've got all this paint. I'm going to use it all up while I'm here. So I'm just getting out bigger brushes and using more of it.
These are these beautiful, they're Japanese in a set little tray. They're kind of a cross between a gouache and a watercolour, but they're really pigmented. So I'm treating them like they're an oil, where I can layer them. And you can mix. I only bought the basic set when I came. I'm enjoying them. But even the paint brushes are floppy. I'm used to having my oil brushes, so I've had to just go with the medium, and I love a surprise. So if I can surprise myself in something that I'm looking at, it's kind of how I feel it's working more than being a finished piece. I think the key for this whole residency is don't overthink what I'm looking at, because you could spend hours looking for that perfect spot and I don't even know what I'm looking for. So I really loved all the rocks amongst the trees, because I'm quite known for painting all the trees where I live. So I don't necessarily want to come here and just paint the trees. So it's the shapes and the colours and just the textures.
It's really immersive. It really is. And that is what a residency is about for me. And I think when you've got it, you've just got to make use of all of that, because that's the luxury, isn't it? Being able to have all day and all night. You're your own boss.
I haven't really ever done 2 weeks away from my family, because my children are 16, 13 and 11. So I'm so grateful to have this mindset. I get up, I can think about, I've been dreaming about the work. Overwhelming gratitude, I've got to say, is for everything about being here, yeah. It really cements that what else would I do in life without this, by practice.